What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Bishop for another episode of Nerds Be Like. Okay. I'm going to see if I can make a better face than... Okay, all nerds don't be like that. And if you are a person who does do that, I sincerely apologize that we use you as the, face of all nerds. Although if you grew up watching, what's the show? What is the show? Recess? Come on. You had Gretchen and Mike. They were obvious nerds. Was it Mike? No, it was Gus. It was Gus, right? Gus was a little short boy. It's been a long time. Anyway, yeah. You had Gretchen and Gus, I believe, who were the face of all nerds. So, yeah. Two different kinds of nerds, but still. All right, anyway. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at, or actually, I just want to briefly show you this toy right here. I don't know if you even saw that I have a Pikachu. Yes, a Pikachu. I got this from Walgreens. They were selling it at, like I said, they were selling it at Walgreens. They're selling it on discount. I got it for like $7. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. Because this Pikachu lights up and it shakes, so it'll shake and then light up, like he's doing the, what's it called? Oh my God. Thunderbolt. Sorry. Thunderbolt. So yeah, I just wanted to show you all this because I did talk about the Pokemon toys that I'm collecting 2 videos ago. So I just wanted to show you that one. Okay, the last video we talked about DC Universe. And so I did say that this video we're going to talk about Marvel Legends. All right, Marvel Legends, like I said. Marvel Legends has... Oh, don't fall. Okay, all my characters just fell, but that's fine. Marvel Legends has SpiderMan. I do not have the rights to that song, but I'm humming it. Hit you. Bless me. All right. Anyway, Marvel Universe has Spider-Man. It has it has the X-Men. I have 3 X-Men today, but we'll get to them shortly. And yeah, that's the Marvel Universe. Oh yeah, it has Captain America, Captain Marvel, and it has you should know. But if you don't know, you can ask me more questions in the comment section, and I will try to get to you on that. All right. But we're talking about Marvel Legends. Now, Marvel Legends, I want to look at the back of a box. Excuse me, Bass. All right, let's look at this. Hasbro. Oh, yeah. Hasbro. Now, if I'm correct, and you all can correct me, I remember when me and my uncle used to collect these. I believe Hasbro has been making Marvel Legends for years now. The way that they make them is it's like they are bringing the comics to life. It's just so amazing. I've always been amazed by Marvel Legends. And then this says the Legends series, but they've always been called Marvel Legends. But yeah, so we're gonna look at them. We're gonna look at the ones that I have. I'm not gonna take them all out of the box because some of them, until I get, a group or more, 3 or more, then I open the box. Spider-Man I open because it's Spider-Man. Come on. Let's look at Spider-Man first. Okay, first of all, the way Hasbro makes the way Hasbro make their toys, like I said, always intricate when it comes down to Marvel Legends. Super detailed. Look at the webbing. I hope you can see it. Look at this webbing on his face, on his hands, on his chest. This is actually Tom Holland Spider-Man. I don't have... I put the box away, but the box has his head. You can take the head off, put Tom Holland's head. You can also exchange the hands. And I also have the Vulture from the first Spider-Man Homecoming. I bought the Vulture. And I think I bought them both at the same time because I'm like, I can't have Spider-Man without a Spider-Man villain. I'm going to hold it back here because it looks like you'll be able to see it better here. But you can't have Spider-Man without a Spider-Man villain. And so I saw the Vulture and I'm like, I love the movie. Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming was a great reboot of Spider-Man. I kind of wish that Peter Parker was a lot nerdier than Tom Holland was. Like, Tom Holland was the kind of nerd that everybody would want to hang out with, whereas Tobey Maguire, I was talking about this with my siblings the other day. We were saying that Tobey Maguire's that is my alarm system. You're good. Go ahead. Oh no. Be safe. Be safe. Yeah. But yeah, I was talking to my family about this the other day, that Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker was a lot nerdier and the kind of nerd that people didn't want to hang out with, as opposed to Tom Holland's. Tom Holland's was, he was a nerd, he liked all this stuff, but everybody was like super cool with him. And so their version of Flash was this Indian guy who was just a jerk instead of a bully. Flash wasn't a bully. He was a jerk. So yeah, that took away the intensity of Flash and Peter Parker's relationship that later blooms into a good friendship. But I feel like they took that away. But anyway, it was still good. For what they did with it was super awesome, super fun, super amazing. I loved it. So I saw the Spider-Man and was like, I'm getting you. You're coming home with me. And then I bought the Vulture because, like I said, you need a villain. All right. So also now these toys are sold in Walmart. They're sold in Walgreens. Walmart sells them cheaper. Walgreens sells them a little more. They're a little more expensive at Walgreens. Now, and I don't mean to be inappropriate, but when I say that they do well with making the female anatomy, they do well better than the DC. And when I'm gonna go back and buy more of the newer DC toys, and then we can compare the two. But you see what I mean as far as detail. Like, they got the curves, I'm not going to turn the toy around and, show what's going on behind area. But it's very intricate, very detailed. And, you can tell that this is a woman, even in the face. I hope you can see the face. Look at Rogue's face and her hair color and everything. It's just awesome. It's amazing. But now I'm seeing it looks like her eyes are okay, so they're looking straight on, but in the camera, it looks like she's looking at two people at the same time. No disrespect to those who do, it just looks like that. All right. Anyway, so yeah, out of the XMen, I have Rogue, as you already saw, Kitty Pryde, Shadow Cat, and I had to buy the Preacher. Nightcrawler. Because and you know what I mean when I say preacher. If you grew up watching the X-Men animated series, which was awesome, I went back and watched that show. Oh my goodness, just so amazing. But you know, when Nightcrawler came into play and came into the picture, he was, he ministered to Wolverine and got Wolverine going to church and praying and reading his Bible. Hallelujah, praise God. Anyway, but Nightcrawler is a beast mode fighter. Look at the detail. I like how they have his hands. I like how they have his feet. Every character has like bubbles of muscle. It doesn't matter who they are. They all just got all the muscle. As opposed to myself where, I grew up and I acquired a different kind of muscle, that is grown when eating pancakes and tacos. So yes. Okay. Now here's what's funny. Out of the X-Men, I used to have the Marvel Legends Professor X, but like I said, that went away with all of the toys I had years ago, which I do not have any longer. So yeah. All right. Now those are the only ones that I have outside of the box. I acquired this from my youngest sister. She went and bought the Marvel Legends Invisible Woman. Like I said, still the female figure, female face. You can tell that this is a woman. Great job. And then I like how they have her hand going invisible, so just to show that look at that. That is what I mean, though. That's a great toy. Like, that's really good. That's really nice. Just to show her power, like, that's just great. Great ability to be able to do that. Like, superpower, people who can make toys like this, that's their superpower. Okay. But yeah, so I acquired her from my youngest sister because I was going to buy it, but then she bought it, and then she was afraid that she might break it, and then she gave it to me. So I was like, oh, thank you. And also, my second sister went and bought this interesting version of Black Widow. I don't. You all probably know where this Black Widow comes from. She's wearing purple. Has the Widow belt. The Widow sign on her belt. She's a lot more stiff than the regular Marvel Legends. I don't know if she comes from the Marvel Legends series. Her legs, when they bend, when the hips go up, kind of goes out that way instead of just going straight up. And then, her knees are a little bow-legged a little bit. But she's still a really great toy. Cool addition. They don't sell her anymore. So, oh well. Or I haven't seen them sell. You probably got to go on eBay or Amazon. But anyway, I also bought, I don't know if you all saw this show. This show was super awesome. I loved the graphics. I love the storyline. I love what they're doing with it, with bringing Cloak and Dagger together. Love what they're doing. So because I fell in love with the show, I went and bought Dagger. I can't find Cloak. I am still looking for Cloak. I would probably have to go to a comic book store and find the Marvel Legends series Cloak, because yes, they sell them. And the cool thing is that with Marvel Legends, when you buy a character to build another character. So you see this right here? That's always been the cool thing that I liked. So you buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You buy these 7 characters. This is a different Spider-Man, but and then who's this? Scarlet Spider. So you have Scarlet Spider and Spider-Man, but you have 7 different figures that you could buy to build this robot thing that I don't No, it looks like SP//DR, so a weird way to spell spider, but it's like a robot spider thing. So it's from the comic. I don't know what comic it is. What they used to have back in the day was you bought a Marvel character, and in the back they had the comic that you know that those characters come from. So it wasn't just that you bought this and that's it, but you bought these and a comic explaining who they are and what the storyline is, and all that stuff comes with it. Now this is Namor, who is Marvel's version of Captain Marvel. He is a serious hero. He's so cool. If you remember when the Skrull universe, like he was a part of the, what they call them, the Illuminati group that of heroes that came together and was, you know, making their own decisions of how the world works. But anyway, this is Polaris, the second daughter of Magneto. I had to get her because I think that she's just a really awesome figure. And then I got Mr. Sinister because he is awesome. He's a great villain. Like, because I'm also planning on buying, when I find them, the Angel. I used to have the Angel. Oh, it would be so good to have him right now. But anyway, they have Archangel and a bunch of other characters. I'm not going to read all the names, but the same thing again, buy 7, build another one. This is also a really good business strategy of how to make more money. But yeah, some of these at Walmart, depending on the Walmart you go to, sometimes they'll cost between $18 and $19. I have seen in the Walmart where they sold them for $16. So, you know, Marvel Legends, any toy like that, you want to keep your, and you know, okay, let me just say this. Buying toys like these and like the bigger, bulkier ones, let your children play with these toys so that they can continue to build their imagination. You know, video games and stuff, they're good for when you get to my age and or at 18, you know, as you're gradually growing. But, or, you know, of course, if your child likes to play sports and they play sports games, you know, of course. And it's good to let them play video games, but let them play with toys so that their imaginations can grow and they can think a lot better. You know, they'll be able to see different perspectives. You know what I mean? Okay. Oh, the last one that I have to show you for today. Whoops. Sorry, G.I. Joe. I accidentally dropped G.I. Joe. Okay, the last one that I have is White Tiger. White Tiger. Now, the only reference, I don't know much about White Tiger, to be honest. The only reference that I have to White Tiger is that, I don't know if y'all seen this SpiderMan cartoon where Nick Fury contacts Spider-Man so that he could teach these younger heroes how to work together, and then they become this whole team, and White Tiger was one of them. She's really awesome, really cool, knows how to fight, like she knows how to use her ability right. It's really cool. So that's the only reference that I have to her, because I did like that cartoon at the time. It was like a good, like, short series. And I think that's all I have for today. So yeah, that's all I have for today. I'm just going through the stuff that I have and showing you all what I have. Not just to show my collection, but also to show what to be looking out for. If you want to build certain characters and things like that. They also, you know, you can go on Amazon. I go on Amazon all the time to see who's selling what. Because, you know, you want to build a certain character, but you don't have someone, you're missing a character, you can't find it in stores. Amazon always comes through because somebody bought it and they're like, I don't want it anymore. So then you buy it from them. So yeah, it's always a lot more expensive on Amazon and eBay or wherever, you know. Like I said, when I bought the Giant Man that my brother had back in the day, or I said Giant Man, that's what I used to call him, G.I. Joe. When I used to buy him back in the day, when we had him back in the day, he barely probably cost. He cost about maybe $20. When I bought him, it was $40. So I bought them online. So buying stuff like this online does run on the expensive side, but it's still a lot of fun, still worth it. Because when you spend money, you only spend money on things that you deem worthy of that much money. So that's what I deem worthy of my money. All right, so that's about it. Thank you for watching another episode of Nerds Be Like. I'm your host, The Bishop. Bye.